Joseph Parker won't be fighting for a title next. We know that now because Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois will be fighting for undisputed at Wembley in July. That is the rumors going on. And you know what? There's no smoke without fire. That's probably happening. Do you know what I mean? That's happening. And we are all sad. Do you know what I mean? As a Joseph Parker fan who feels like he deserves a fight, a title fight especially, a lot of my viewers are not happy about it. Do you know what I mean? People are saying, I read the comments in it. People are saying it's corruption. You know, Uncle Frank is done Joseph Parker dirty. I hear it. Trust me. I read all the comments and I hear your concerns. Trust me. I've been advocating for Joseph Parker to get a title fight for months. You know that, especially a lot of my viewers are from New Zealand, Australia, do you know what I mean? Samoa, they support Joseph Parker, their Uso to the max. You know, that's their guy, they support him. And trust me, I've tried my best. If you watch this channel, you know I've been going all out for Joseph Parker to get a title fight. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, innit? Boxing, politics. Now, we have to look forward. We have to look forward. The big question is, who does Joseph Parker fight next? Do you know what I mean? In the meantime, because look, I suggested that Joseph Parker sit on ice, wait for the winner of Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, wait for the winner and fight the winner. Do you know what I mean? Don't take any risky fights or, do you know what I mean? Because you never know we've taken a fight, like to stay active and stay busy fight, these people call it. Like, yo, Enzo, Parker needs to take a stay busy fight because people are reminding me in the comments like, yo, Enzo, in the last 12 months, Parker's only had 2 rounds. And that 2 rounds came this year in February against Martin Bakole. It was only 2 rounds. His last fight before that was March 2024 against Zhilei Zhang. So people are like, yo, Enzo, he can't just wait. He has to get a little fight. And apparently Joseph Parker himself said he wants to stay active. He wants to stay busy. He doesn't want to be sitting on ice. Do you know what I mean? That's what Joseph Parker says. So the big question is, what I want to talk to you about today in this video is, what the hell am I doing? What does Joseph Parker do next? Who does he fight? Do you know what I mean? Who does he fight? You know? But listen, before we get into that, I know a lot of you guys in the comments are asking, yo, Enzo, what's going on with the hair, man? Have you cut your hair off? No, guys, I have not cut my hair off, man. Do you know what I mean? I've just tied it back because what's happening is I'm in camp right now. I'm preparing for a fight in July this year. I'm going to have a fight, a boxing fight. As I know a lot of the viewers don't know, but if you are a regular viewer, if you're new, whatever, let me just let you know, I do unlicensed boxing. So I'm an unlicensed boxer. So you go pro boxing, amateur boxing, Olympics, you go white collar, you go unlicensed boxing, innit? It's basically white collar. That's what I do, innit? Do you know what I mean? The clue is in the name, unlicensed boxing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm boxing without a license. Do you know what I mean? It's all in my own risk. Listen, I love it. It's going to be my second fight and I'm in camp right now. I'm training so hard. Do you know what I mean? I got 3 months to prepare for the fight. I have to drop 8 kgs. I'm currently, right now, I'm about 78 kgs. So I need to drop down to 70 kgs. Do you know what I mean? So that means a lot of cardio, a lot of sparring, hitting the bags, eating correctly, no more sugars, no more cakes, no chocolates, no sweets, none of that. I'm eating clean. It's just basically lamb, chicken. That is it. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to get my second win in the unlicensed boxing scene. Do you know what I mean? If you want to support me, you know what to do. Support the channel. If you support the channel by liking and subscribing, you're helping me. That's motivation for me. You go ahead and do that. But yeah, I haven't cut my hair off yet. So stop asking me, Enzo, what have you done with your hair? I haven't cut my hair off. Yeah, going back to Joseph Parker. Who should Joseph Parker fight next? Because for me, I don't want him to take the risk. Because this heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. He could take a stay busy fight that people are saying, yo, Joseph Parker needs to stay active. He takes a stay busy fight. Let's say he twists the knee or, you know, do you know what I mean? Or breaks a thumb or gets a bad cut, you know, something happens, something goes wrong. Even though he wins the fight, but something goes wrong where he might need surgery. All of a sudden, he's out for 8-9 months. Do you know what I mean? Do you really want to give Uncle Frank any more excuses? to sideline Joseph Parker. That's the viewpoint that I'm coming from. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying Joseph Parker shouldn't take a fight because I'm scared he might lose or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. Even though it's heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. Do you know what I mean? Anything can happen. One punch, boom, dreams are over. And we've seen this happen time and time again in the past. It's happened to other fighters. Do you know what I mean? It happened to Dillian Whyte. Do you know what I mean? Mandatory for a long time. All of a sudden, boom, gets knocked out. I don't know. Someone knocked him out. It's happened to a lot of fighters. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want Joseph Parker to get played out of position. Do you know what I mean? That's my concerns. But let's just say, for the sake of the argument, let's say Joseph Parker does take a fight. Yeah? Who does he fight? I'm thinking go and avenge some of his losses. Joseph Parker's loss against Joe Joyce. We all know against Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker did say after that, he wasn't feeling well. He was unwell. Do you know what I mean? So he just fought because he didn't want to let people down. He's a warrior. He wanted to go through it. Why not rematch Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce, he was terrible. That's what everyone was saying. I feel like Joe Joyce was decent. He fought well against Hrgovic. I'm not on the side of Joe Joyce look terrible and I'm not with them people. But that's a good fight. A stay busy fight for Joseph Parker. In current form, Joseph Parker will mop the floor with Joe Joyce right now. And for Joe Joyce, it's good money, man. It's good money. So Parker against Joe Joyce, that's a good fight. Parker against Dillian Whyte, that's another defeat. Do you know what I mean? Dillian Whyte did beat Joseph Parker. So Dillian Whyte, I think he was meant to fight Joe Joyce, but he didn't because he hurt his thumb, his finger, whatever. Well, let's say they fight in July. Yeah, this is my suggestion. Let's say they fight in July. Dillian Whyte, he should be healed up. That's another good fight for Joseph Parker to avenge a loss. Do you know what I mean? And on current form again, Joseph Parker will be able to smoke. He should smoke a Dillian Whyte who he's not in shape. He's been inactive. He's not in the best form. He's washed in it. Let's be real. Dillian Whyte is washed. Joseph Parker takes care of him. Do you know what I mean? Oh, the big money fight. Listen to this. The big money fight. Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua at Wembley, man. Co-main event with Usyk and Dubois. What a fight that will be. Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua at Wembley. Co-main event with Usyk and Dubois. That will break pay-per-view records. The only thing is, I don't think Eddie Hearn allows that to happen. I don't think Eddie Hearn is trying to play second fiddle to Frank Warren. Do you know what I mean? No chance he's playing second fiddle to Uncle Frank. I know the buddy, they're all hugging it and kissing and all that. They're good friends. But trust me, when it comes to Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, he looks at Anthony Joshua, he's the golden goose. He's that main guy. So he's never going to have Anthony Joshua fight as the co-main. He wants Anthony Joshua to be the main event. So there's no way that fight happens unless they do a separate card. Do you know what I mean? In July, but a separate card. But on the other side as well, Anthony Joshua, he looks like he really wants to fight Tyson Fury. Plus, apparently he's got that injury, innit? Slight injury, he's not in the gym, whatever. Even though in his social, we see him hitting the bags and that. Training in Nigeria somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So that's my 3 fights, man. Joe Joyce, Dillian Whyte, or Anthony Joshua. Even with the Dillian Whyte fight, Joseph Parker can fight Dillian Whyte at Wembley as the co-main event. Do you know what I mean? As the co-main event of the Usyk versus Dubois card. Because you know what that does? That keeps Joseph Parker in the hearts and minds of the boxing fans. It keeps him out there in the public eye. It puts the pressure on Uncle Frank. Do you know what I mean? It keeps that pressure on Uncle Frank. It keeps Joseph Parker in the eyes of the fans, especially in the UK. I'm telling you, I feel like those are good fights, man. Do you know what I mean? Those are good fights. I've really made this video for you guys that want Joseph Parker to stay active. You feel like he needs more rounds. Two rounds in a year is not good enough, innit? I understand, but I still feel like Joseph Parker can sit on ice and fight at the end of the year. I think you'll be fine. But obviously, a lot of Joseph Parker fans share a lot of concerns. They don't want that, especially if he's going to go into an undisputed fight against a Dubois Usyk. Very tough opponents. They want Joseph Parker to stay active. I understand. I understand, and I share their concerns. Truly, I understand. Do you know what I mean? So let me know, man. What do you think of the suggestion? What do you think of the fights I just suggested to you? Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, Joyce. Any of them fights, I feel like those are good fights for Joseph Parker, man. I think it makes sense for him to stay busy, and I think he beats all of them. To be honest, Joshua is not in the best shape. I don't think Joshua takes that fight. I think Joshua's waiting for Fury. So he leaves Joyce and Dillian Whyte. You know, Joseph Parker, make your pick. Choose. Who do you want to fight? Both are easy fights for me personally. Look, there's no such thing as easy fights in the heavyweight division. But Joseph Parker should be able to comfortably navigate through these two guys and beat them comfortably. Do you know what I mean? So you let me know what you think Joseph Parker should do, who he should fight. But for me, those fights should be the co-main event in the Usyk Daniel Dubois card. Do you know what I mean? That keeps the pressure on Uncle Frank. That's my suggestions. You let me know in the comments what you think. Do you know what I mean? I'll really appreciate that. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I'm your boy Enzo. Please don't forget to like the video, smash the like button, and also if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to help the channel to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.